Hi everyone, I'm Emma. Welcome back to Just Unique Pilates, which brings you Pilates routines and classes that are creative, effective, and importantly, accessible. And today I am bringing you some of the best Pilates stretches for your tight muscles. It's going to relieve stress, tension. So when you're ready, grab yourself a mat, get a little bit of space, come and join me. Okay, so when you're ready, bringing yourself down to the mat, we're going to do some lovely stretches, a little bit for mobility as well. So bring yourself onto your sit bones and you're going to bend your knees and place the bottom of the feet together like a frog. So your knees are open, the bottom of the feet are together. And the closer you bring your feet in towards you, the more you press down into the legs, the deeper you're going to feel this stretch across your hips, through your groin, your inner legs. I just want you to find length through the spine, and then when you're ready, slowly fold your body over your legs and deepen that stretch. Now, I don't want you to just collapse over the legs. I want you to make sure that you're reaching up and over. And I want you to take a nice deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth, making sure we have a nice regular flow of breathing as we do this lovely flow stretch class. When you're ready, slowly sit nice and tall, and if you're comfortable to stay in this position with the legs, then do. If you need to change it, that's fine. But again, just find length through the spine and just drop your ear down towards your shoulder. So let's go right ear to the right shoulder, and you can just use your hand on the side of the head to gently ease that head down into that stretch. Feeling that lovely stretch down the side of the neck. And then tilt the head across to the other side, left ear to the left shoulder. And again, you can use that left hand this time to help ease the head down towards the side, letting both shoulders relax down and away from the ears. Lovely. When you're ready, let your arms drop by your side, bring your head back to center. Place your right arm down to the right side of you on the floor and sweep your left arm up and over your head, bending to the side from the waist up. Keeping your sit bones on the mat, coming into a lovely little side bend. So you're feeling that all down through the waist, and then come up and do that same stretch to the other side. Again, left hand now goes to the left, right arm sweeps up and over. And then when you're ready, slowly sit up nice and tall and just take your right leg and now tuck it behind you. So the foot is now facing back, and the inner part of the leg is down on the floor, the knee is bent, and the left leg that is still in front, just tuck the leg in a little bit more so the bottom of the foot can rest on the thigh of the leg that's bent behind. You're going to sit nice and tall, and we're now going to sweep our left arm up and over to the right, and we're going to bend our body over towards the way that the feet are facing, and we're going to deepen this stretch. So it's the same stretch that we did a minute ago, but it's just a little bit deeper with the legs being in a different position. And of course, if this is not comfortable, change the leg position to what did feel comfortable and just hold that stretch, feeling that down through the waist. And then come back up and let's switch the legs over. So tuck the other leg behind. So now the left leg is tucked behind, the right leg is in front, and the bottom of the right foot is rested on the thigh of the left leg. We're going to sweep our right arm up and over the head, bending up and over to the side, and you may want to use your free hand just to help steady you. And you're just going to hold and feel that lovely stretch going down through your waist. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Lovely. Coming up, sitting nice and tall, and just swivel yourself around and bring yourself onto your hands and your knees. Your hands are going to be directly underneath the shoulders, shoulder width apart, knees underneath the hips, hip distance apart. Hands are spread nice and wide, and we're going to come in and out of a lovely cat stretch. We're going to round our spine all the way up to the ceiling, tucking our head and our tailbone underneath us, pressing through the hands, pressing through the knees, feeling that stretch through the back. And then melt down the opposite way, so your chest and your head lift, your glutes lift. You're not sinking and putting loads of weight into the lower back, but it's a nice lengthened feeling. And then you can come in and out of arching one way, back the other in your own time. Still breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then come back to a nice neutral position somewhere in between and just start to shift the weight over the hands, behind the knees, just shifting back and forth, feeling a little stretch through the wrists, and maybe you can start to move around in a circle, so you're shifting the weight through the hands and knees, rocking to the side, taking the weight more into the hands, the other side, and just play around with the weight through the hands and the knees. Lovely. When you're ready, stop in a nice neutral position again. You're still in a box position, and you're going to take your right arm and you're going to stretch it all the way up to the ceiling as you rotate your upper body around to that right side. Now make sure the arm stays in line with the chest, so don't swing your arm back too much if you're not able to. And you're going to look towards the hand or the arm that's reaching up, and just feel this lovely opening going through the chest. Both hip bones, the lower body has stayed facing down towards the mat. And then that right arm, you're going to sweep it underneath your stomach, looping it underneath the left arm, and you're going to drop that right ear down towards the floor, and feel a little stretch going around through the neck, the shoulder and the arm, a little bit through the waist. And then we come back up, stretch that arm back up to the ceiling, opening out through the chest and tucking it back under. So you can slightly sit back onto the heels if you need to as you tuck under, but just keep switching between the two as you open out through the chest and then fold under. And then we'll do the same to the other side. So place the arm down that was just moving, and we're going to open out to the left with the left arm stretching up out to the side or to the ceiling, rotating the body from the waist up around to that left side, opening out through the chest, tilting the head up towards the hand, and then sweep that left arm underneath the right in that little gap underneath, and drop that left ear down towards the mat, feeling that little stretch through the neck, the shoulder, the waist, and just keep coming in and out of that chest and tucking under stretch. Lovely. So you can stay with this option. Otherwise, we're going to now bring our hands and knees back, so they're underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, back into a box position. And you're going to take your right leg and you're going to take it out to the side of you, placing the foot flat on the mat. From here, we're going to go back to shifting the weight back and forth again. So we're shifting the weight over the hands, feeling a stretch through the wrist, and then now sit back towards the heels. And now this time sit back and press your glutes back towards the mat, and you're going to feel this lovely stretch going through the inner leg as you sit back into it. And then you can take the weight back over the hands again and sit back, and just again keep playing around with that weight through the hands, feeling that stretch through the inner leg. From here, we're going to come back to what we just did. So we're going to place both hands down, and now this time that right leg still out to the side. You're going to take your right arm, reach it up to the ceiling as you twist to the right towards the way that the leg has gone, and you're going to feel that lovely opening again through the chest, but also a little stretch here through the inner leg as well. From here, tuck the arm under, bringing that right ear down towards the floor as you thread the needle again, tucking under, but this time again, of course, you have the leg out, so it's going to feel a little bit different. Let's reach the arm back up, coming into that lovely chest stretch as we open out, and then tucking under. Lovely. And then when you're ready, place both hands back down to the mat, or that hand you were just lifting, and sweep that leg from the side around to the back of you, and you're going to come down onto your forearms. So you're going to bend the other knee so that you're rested down on your shin and the toes are untucked. The leg that was just out to the side, the right leg, is reached nice and long behind you, and you're going to feel those hip flexors opening out through the front. And then when you're ready, let's repeat everything on the other side. I'm going to swivel round so that you can see me, but you can stay where you are. And you're going to come back to your hands and your knees. Okay, so let's sweep our left leg out to the side this time. Foot is flat on the mat. And we're going to play around with that weight, shifting the weight over the hands, feeling a little stretch through the wrists, and then sitting back towards the leg and feeling that stretch through the inner leg. And we'll just do that a couple more times. Really nice stretch for the inner leg. And then when you're ready, keep that leg out to the side, and we're now going to pick up our left arm and we're going to twist our body towards that left side, towards the lengthened leg that's out to the side. And we're going to reach the arm up to where we can, whether it's to the side or more towards the ceiling, looking up towards that hand, feeling that chest opening. And then we're going to tuck that arm underneath the right side underneath that gap and coming to thread the needle, dropping that left ear down towards the floor, and just feel the difference as you reach up again and tuck back under, coming in and out of that. The difference compared to the 4-point kneeling thread the needle. Lovely. When you're ready, place the hand back down to the floor and sweep that left leg long behind you. Bring yourself down onto your forearms and feel those hip flexors opening out through the front. Relax the shoulders away from the ears and just breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Lovely. When you're ready, untuck the legs and just bring yourself so you're sitting back onto your heels. If this is uncomfortable, then you can bring yourself down onto your sit bones, but otherwise sit back onto the heels, interlock the fingers behind your back, pull your arms all the way back and feel your chest opening. Your head can slightly tilt back, not too much, and just hold as you feel that chest stretch. And then let's interlock the fingers and bring them to the front, pushing your palms away, bringing your chin to your chest, rounding your upper back forwards, scooping your belly back, and feel that stretch going across the shoulders, through the upper back. Lovely. When you're ready, let the arms drop down and just bring yourself down onto your sit bones and then down flat onto your back. So we're going to have the knees bent, the feet flat. Feet are not too far away from you, they're not too close. Back of the head, back of the shoulder blades are down on the mat, and you have a lovely neutral spine. And we're going to hug our right leg in towards our chest. If you've got any knee pain, hold behind the back of the leg rather than on the shin at the top. And you just feel that little hip flexor stretch. And then from here, take your time as you slowly straighten that leg up towards the ceiling, feeling a nice little hamstring stretch. You can hold for a few seconds and then fold the knee back in and then stretch back up again and just come in and out of this. If you're doing this at the end of your Pilates class, you can hold it for a little longer rather than coming in and out. If you're using this as just on its own, a little bit of mobility, you can come in and out of the stretch. Let's do the same to the other leg. Place that foot down, knee bent, foot flat. Hug the left knee now in towards the chest. And then slowly straighten the leg up towards the ceiling. Feel that lovely hamstring stretch. And then fold the knee back in. And we can keep doing that, just feeling a little stretch. Take your time, don't rush it. Lovely. And then when you're ready, place the feet back down. So this time, still have the knees bent, feet flat, but squeeze the legs together and open your arms out to the side so the palms are facing up. The back of the arms, the shoulder blades, the back of the head are down on the mat. And you're going to sway both legs over to the right side, twisting from the waist down. And you're going to turn your head the opposite way, so towards the left. And just feel a little stretch through the neck, the waist, the chest, the top of the leg. And then sway over to the other side, turning your head the opposite way. And you can just keep swaying back and forth. I have lovely company here of my guide dog trying to get involved and jump all over me. So this is a little bit more of a challenge for me. But when you're ready, bring the legs back to a nice neutral position. And I just want to finish with a nice stretch through the shoulders, the chest. This is great if you've got rounded shoulders, you work at a desk. You're going to reach your arms up towards the ceiling above your chest, facing the palms away from you. Thumbs are facing in towards each other. Arms are about shoulder distance apart. From here, I want you to, without folding your hands into a fist, imagine you're pulling a bar down from the ceiling towards your chest, so the elbows open out onto the side, to the side of you. Everything from the top of the arm to the elbow is down on the mat, and everything from the elbow to the fingertips is still pointing up to the ceiling. And then from here, you're going to fold your arm back in that same shape, that right angle shape, until the back of the hands are down on the mat. You may not be able to bring them all the way down, that's fine, but you just want to feel this opening through the chest, the shoulders. And this time I just want you to hold, and I want you to go back to swaying the legs, squeezing them together and swaying the legs from one side to the other. And just feel that difference now as you keep your arms in this right angle position. Lovely. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then when you're ready, bring your legs back to a neutral position. Reach your arms nice and long above you, and this time stretch your legs as well. Coming into a lovely full body stretch, reaching through your arms, reaching through your legs. Regular flow of breathing. And that is your little stretch routine done. You can stay down on the mat, and I'm going to leave a meditation video on screen in just a minute. You may be done for the day, or you may be using this after or before another class. Either way, if you enjoyed it, please do give this a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you click the bell button next to the subscribe button, you will be notified every time I upload. And other than that, have a lovely week, and I'll see you next time for another one. Take care. Bye.